In this video, I am going to give you an opportunity to help make over someone's comic book room. If you want to hear the details on how to cast your vote, stay tuned for the video. Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. This is a very exciting video for me to put out there, and it's exciting for several reasons. This project has actually been on my mind for about 6 months or so. Since I had a brainstorming discussion with someone, this idea came up. I just haven't had an opportunity to bring it to life. And so I am very excited to actually now be rolling out this project and giving you guys an opportunity to help me and some sponsors make over somebody's comic book room. So I'm super excited to have the project out there. I'm super excited to actually help make somebody's space a little bit better. Because it is tough, as you guys know, to be able to carve out some space sometimes in our homes to be able to enjoy this hobby. And so when I put out a call a couple of weeks ago for you all to send videos to me, basically showing me your space, talking about your collections, talking about what it is that you wanted to do with your space, there was an overwhelming response. There were almost 20 videos that flowed into me over the matter of just a few days. And I was excited about that. I was excited because you guys were excited to participate in this project, and you honestly didn't really know what the project was. I was purposefully being cryptic because I wanted to have some mystery to it. I wanted to have some excitement, and now you kind of sort of know the purpose. The purpose is to make over someone's comic book space. So what I did is I took all of those entrants that came in, I whittled them down to 4 participants. And in this video, what you are basically going to do is to basically see 4 videos of people that have sent in a tour of their room. And in these videos, they are going to talk about who they are. They're going to talk about their collections. They're going to talk about their space. They're going to talk about what improvements they want to make to their comic book space. As you watch these videos, I want you to think about who you want to cast your vote for. Who is most deserving of some prizes that will enable them to improve their rooms. And I'm not going to tell you how to vote. I'm not going to give you that, but I will say that you should think about it. You should think about what they're saying. You should think about their space. You should think about their collections, and you should cast your vote for the person or people you think are most deserving. And you're actually going to be able to cast 2 votes. And as you stay tuned to the end of the video, there are going to be some additional details there. There will be some additional details in the description of this video with guidance on how to actually cast your vote. But you're basically going to cast your vote for 2 people, a first place winner and a runner up. And in a later video, I will actually announce who the first place is, who the runner up is, and then also what their prizes are. I want to give a huge shout out, not just to those of you that are watching this video right now, they're going to cast their votes, not just to those individuals that submitted videos for us to consider, but also to 3 sponsors. 3 sponsors who responded almost immediately to my messages out to them to participate in this project. And I think one of them actually said, I don't really care. I just want to be involved with this project. That was essentially the gist of one of the responses from someone. They were like, we are going to figure it out. We're going to make some magic happen, but we just want to participate. And so I'm not going to be telling you what the prizes are in this video, but I do want to acknowledge that there are prize packs that will be provided by these 3 sponsors. Those are the 3 folks that I reached out to. And again, they immediately responded and each one was like, I am in, I am committed to this project, happy to participate. That was the gist of the responses. And I'm actually going to put links to all 3 of those sponsors in the description of this video. And I definitely want to encourage you, when you have a moment, to visit their websites to see what it is that they offer, because to some degree or another, those are essentially the prizes that will be provided to at least 2 of the 4 people you are about to watch videos for. So with that, I'm going to wrap up this intro and allow the videos to play.
Hi, my name is Matthew Woods. I'm a subscriber to Regie Collects, and I'm giving a tour of my dedicated space to comics. I call this my comic book room. I'm going to talk about where I store my comics, the setup I have, things that I want to improve with this room, and there's quite a bit that I want to improve. Lighting being one of them. There's one light in this room. But what this room is the gentleman who built this house in 1952, I met him whenever I bought this house. This was an attic. He used this space, it's in the top floor. He never finished this room. He put up 1950s drywall. In fact, he nailed the drywall to the wall. At one point in this house history, the roof did leak, and that's something that's just never been fixed, painted over. Eventually, we'll get to that. There's also only one window in this room, so I was able to cover up the window so that I could display my comics. Now, as a comic book collector, one of the things that bothered me for years, I could never ever show off any of my comics that I bought. I would buy my collection, whatever my pull list was or whatever key issues I was searching for, and I just filed them in long boxes. Because I covered up the windows and now there's no light coming into my comics, I can now display certain covers and certain CGCs without any fear of the covers bleaching. Right here, this is an old dresser that I bought from a yard sale. I keep some trades on it and some action figures. I do have a drawer where I keep some of the bags and boards that I use in order to catalog them. This right here is a cabinet that I built. My son Spencer and I, we built this cabinet so that I could display some of these comics. And what we did was we took plexiglass, put plexiglass in the front. This way we could display comics. Actually, this comic, my son always brags to me, is the oldest comic book in the room. He owns it. He bought it with his money that he earned from doing chores. But because of this, we were able to look at comics. If I am cataloging, if I'm putting any comics away, it's so easy for me to just open up a drawer and put them right in there. But this eventually I'm going to want to build more of. This was the first one. There's some things I could do to improve it. Here's some of our action figures that we have. I like to call them statues. Sounds a little bit more formal. Anyhow, here's some CGCs that I can now display because I have the windows covered up. That's an old sword that I was in Japan for the Air Force 2 years ago. I ended up buying that and mailing it home for my son. But here's some key issues. I'm a big Conan the Barbarian fan, as you can kind of see by looking at my collection. There's some other key issues here. Black and white Spawn #1. This Darth Vader statue, my son is a giant Darth Vader Star Wars fan. Well, Tina from Regie Collects, a subscriber, she sent this awesome A-OK to my son. He loves it. It's his pride and joy. Whenever he has friends over the house, he's always bringing them over and showing them this statue that Tina had sent him. All right. Now, some things that I can improve in this room. I definitely want to finish the drywall off. I want to put a new floor down. I want to get my CGCs off of the long boxes, and I want to display them up on a wall here. But because of the angle of the wall, I got to figure out a way that I can mount them safely without damaging the case. And eventually I want to get rid of all the long boxes. I want to get rid of the long boxes, and I want to build enough drawers that I can store my entire collection. I think I have a little over 7,100 comics right now, and that number keeps growing. But I like being able to come in here, look. It's a lot easier to find an issue that I'm looking for, and it's also a lot easier to put away some of the comics that I had. I want to thank Reggie for giving me a chance to show off my dedicated comic book space, and thanks to all the Gibbon gang for watching.
What up, Reggie? Los here, coming at you with the video that you were requesting. And this is my computer room slash office space. I don't have a 4K camera, but I do have an HD camera, so hopefully that's good enough. And let's go check out this disaster. So, like I said, never really done this before. My room is downstairs. It's actually in the basement. It's a pretty decent sized room. I do kind of share this room half and half with my wife. She kind of has one side of the room. I have the other side, so I'm going to actually show you the other side, because I'm not going to show you that mess. But as you can see, my room has pretty good built-in shelf space, which I want to try to get my figurines and some statues and stuff like that I have. Put those up. You can see some of the artwork that I have displayed. It's not really hung. It's just kind of like on these built-in shelving. Got some just comic books sitting everywhere. Some more figurines and some more artwork. And so I'm gonna flip the camera over now, and so you can kind of see the rest of the room a little better. Alright, so this is, like I said, some of the shelf space. There's some more artwork and figurines, but you can see it's a wraparound built-in shelf, which you can get some pretty cool stuff on there, which I want to do. Right now all the artwork is just kind of displayed on it. I'm not sure if I want to put that up on the wall and then free up that space for this pile of figurines that are just still sitting in boxes. Some, supplies, comic book boxes. Inside this cabinet there is some graded books. So you can see in there some graded books. Sorry for the glare. And again, some more graded books. And I have some more statue up here, some more comics. I have my BCW plastic bins that I want to get eventually all of these guys into those. They just look better. As you can see, I put up some shelves up here so I can put up some raw books and some graded books, so have a better background for my videos. Some more wall books over here. These are the ones you normally see. And then we kind of have some more artwork here, but I do have plenty of wall space that I can put up some more stuff. Here's my desk with just a mess. More comics and it's just everywhere. But like I said, it's really messy. And then here is my press area. So I've been learning how to press, and so there's my press, and there's some more cleaning supplies, and I just got a portable steamer. So I'm a little impatient and I can't wait for a humidity bath, so I'm just going to try to use the steamer and see how that goes. But like I said, I do have some wall space, and I do have a lot of space here. I'm thinking about possibly putting some of these pictures up. I do have a vent right up here, and I do not want it to kind of disturb any books or anything like that, so I try to keep it off to the side. But I think I do have pretty good shelf space to try to put up some more statues and stuff like that. So That's the plan for right now. Hopefully I can get all these guys in some boxes and maybe just kind of make it look a little better. I'm not even sure if I want to keep this desk over here against the wall. Maybe I might move it somewhere. I'm not sure. But that's pretty much it. And that is it for me before my time's up. Alright? Take it easy, Reggie. Hope you enjoyed the video.
Hello, my name is Rob Boswell. I think that is my screen name too. So this is my man cave, and basically this room started out as this is my third bedroom in the house. So I actually started out as computer room first, and kind of storage stuff, and my oldest son took it over as a bedroom. Now he's moved out and bought his own house. So first off, I want to get this shelf on this side of the window so that the shelves are both sides of the window. They just gotta have symmetry, and feng shui or whatever. I've watched that HGTV kind of stuff. So, and basically, I'd like to get a table for in between here. I'm not sure yet. Just something to be able to lay. Whether that be new comics or processed comics, maybe bagging and boarding or whatever, just somewhere to sit maybe. And then I want this wall to be the wall of slabs, basically. Slabageddon, Slabtopia. I just want slab. And it's going to be the crown jewel, the display wall. This is what I'm looking for. So, and then back over here along this wall around the computer, the art wall. I've got some pieces that I've made, pieces that I've bought, and whatever I want to display. And I'm going to go into a little detail here. I'll show you some of the collection here in a minute. So, but basically, this is what I wanted. The room is 11 foot by 11 foot. I'm not sure how. I haven't decided 100% how I want to display the slabs. Whether that be with like a small acrylic shelf, they make them that will hold a couple of them, and I'm gonna need a bunch of them, or get the collect. Graspers that like Reggie has down his wall. I want it clean, and I want it smooth, and there's just going to be a bunch of them. So currently right now I think I'm at like 22 slabs is all I have. So, but I know I've got at least 6 more coming. This is probably going to be the area where my short boxes are going to be stored, at least along this wall. Like I said, I want to keep the Slabtopia up higher. I've got this whole 11 foot to, anyway, computer's going to stay. Hey, look what's showing. Wall over here is going to be for the art. I've got some photographs, some more pieces of artwork. There's a lot of them are stored away right there. I need a shelf space or something to display. I've got a huge card collection that I'd like to display. And hey, look, you can even get slabs for cards. So this is my Star Wars, so forth. And then there's some comics, Marvel cards, Ultra Fleer. But I want to display some of that stuff. I've got some art cards, and so I've got a lot of hole patching to do. I'll have to repaint, but that's no big deal.
Hey Reggie, Comic Book 62 here. We're gonna go into the comic book room. Didn't make any changes, left it the way and how the magic happens. This is the comic book room. I'll show you what I've got. And basically, as you can see, the room is filled with comic book memorabilia. I've been building the room for a while. I've got a lot of original art. As you can see, I have a bookshelf that I've put in place here. The files underneath are mostly record albums. The room is not necessarily as neat. It is a working room. I have a lot of my original art. Those are 1950s pages that are amazing. The two containers back there have nothing but original art in them. There's probably over 100 pages between them. And then my CGCs are here. I have these crates. What I did is I went to Home Depot, bought those that wooden block that you see on the top running along, and then underneath I stacked a series of crates on top of another block, and then I put a base of crates. So I had 4 crates on the bottom, or actually 5 crates on the bottom, 3 crates in the middle. And each crate cost me about $7. And they work great. They allow my comics to stay nice and dry, and they keep everything in place. They're even big enough for record albums. My containers are these, mostly. And then I've got a few crates that I really don't like too much. I prefer these containers. They're easy to pick up and move. And then I actually have long box, 1, maybe 2 back in there. This is the shelving that used to be a closet in this room. I took out the doors and just created shelves. And because of it, it gives me a lot of room. These are my price guides. Been buying each and every single one of them since they came out. There's other memorabilia in there and actually some pictures. And then I've got some movie films. Although much hated, this Fantastic Four movie was great. And Dawn of the Dead, big fan of zombies. Then I've got some pictures, some original art. Sin City. And a beautiful iRobot portrait that I got years ago. Unfortunately, the reflection doesn't do it justice, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And again, some more original art. So things are kind of stacked all over the place. And then these beauties were Greg Land originals that I picked up at a convention from him. And these are Jim Starlin. And I actually had them framed, and I came up with this sequence of how I do the framing, where I get the comic book, the original pages that the artwork is from, and I put it all into a nice, beautiful frame. Sorry about the reflection, guys. This one has no reflection. This glass is much better, or very little reflection. These are Greg Land, as you can see. This is during the Marvel Zombie series. This is when Doom opens the door. That's the original comic book page. And then here is Sue Storm as a zombie, the original comic book page. These came from Germany. I actually bought those during a trip. And then some production art, which I actually have some on sale on eBay. And original Ramona Frandon, I believe is her name, piece of artwork. And one of my prized possessions. Huge fan of the original movie, The Time Machine. There's Rod Taylor's signature. Poor guy's dead. Tough to get. So again, Reggie, you wanted a view of the room. Thanks for giving me a view of your room every night, every day. It's great, and I love your show, brother. Hope to that you continue. And this is your real Comic Book 62. My name is Alex. I've been collecting since around 1968.
So there you have it. Those are the 4 respondents, the 4 participants that you get to choose from. Now, there is a link in the description of this video that will take you to MailChimp. When you click that link and you go over to MailChimp, I basically want you to complete a form. There's 2 pieces of information that are going to be relevant to you, your email address and your screen name. You just plug that information in, and then you have an opportunity in the 2 remaining fields to basically vote for the first place winner and the runner-up. And when you key in your information, what you're going to do is to essentially key in either just a letter, so A, B, C, or D, because those are the 4 respondents, or you're going to enter room A or room B, for example, right? Please do not enter any other details into those fields because it'll just make tabulation a little bit harder for me. So keep it to a single letter in the 2 fields, or you can say room A, room B, etc., etc. So that's it. Though that's essentially the end of this video. I want to thank every single one of you who made it this far, who is now going to go cast their vote. I want to definitely thank all 4 of the individuals that submitted their videos for consideration. And I also want to thank our 3 sponsors for providing some awesome prize packs to a couple members of the comic book community. Take care.